Broken? I've had worse. I've seen worse. I've experienced much, much worse. And you all know it. But you have experienced nothing. Your lives have been lived in a sanitary vacuum. And the few people who could have told you the truth, the few people on YouTube who you thought were giving you the truth, they are the biggest deceivers of all. Hey, look. Is that Obama declaring martial law? Hey, look. Is that America the fascist police state? Oh, no, those are just T-48s, right? And they certainly have nothing to do with the, resistance movements that are taking over Europe. It's not like they've switched to the orange and white stripes of the Donetsk rebellion. Oh, and those T-48s, look. They've got a T-70 kit on top. Look at that. Just like the new T-90s. You think they got to build a bunch of new ones? No. That's a re-kit of a T-72. You know nothing. They have not just 40% more tanks than us. They have not just twice as many tanks as we could move to Europe within 3 years. They have 10 times more tanks than they will ever tell you. They have machines the size of this street that build tunnels. You've seen them. You were told it was the global elite. No. Democrats aren't elites. People that fight for the rights of poor people and minorities aren't elites. They're not just using the masses. Donald Trump, in his populist message, used the masses so he could make it believable when Russia hacked the election and disenfranchised 4 million Americans. We all saw it coming. We all knew the election would be hacked. You can't deny that. If you knew anything about national security, anything about the whole situation in the world, anything about electronic warfare in general, you knew this election would be hacked. We had all the reason to believe they would hack it. But what happened? We had a hacked outcome. We've got people on TV changing the fucking vote numbers every day, changing the exit poll numbers every day, just to try to make sense of what the fuck just happened. You're all rationalizing to avoid the obvious. The empire struck back. Now pause it so I can grab the control. Let me just show you something right quick. Let me just show you. And this video is from months ago, okay? This video is from months ago.
On the dark web, where the security and outcome of the election are entertainment for Russian hackers. A common joke, thanks to U.S. electronic presidential elections, thousands of Russian hackers can take part in the election process.
Do you understand? That is what just happened. You think because you don't have, like, video of a guy that looks like he's Neo from the fucking Matrix wandering around voting booths with a fucking trench coat? You think you like what do y'all think the evidence is supposed to be of hacking? A result that completely defies any reasonable expectation, that also coincidentally is the most extreme existential threat to our democracy this country has ever faced. Ever. They've done more in this election than the Soviet Union ever did before Putin took over. They've done more to cripple America than any attack on our soil or abroad. And this is how they've done it, because they didn't just hack the election. They've been hacking us for years. They've been promoting bullshit and anything that doesn't go with the story. Anything that makes it pretty obvious how Republicans win just doesn't seem to get very many views. But if it has sort of a, mocking Obama kind of tone, if it has a pro-Trump tone, or even if it just has a false equivalency to it, where, it's probably no big deal, they couldn't change the outcome, then it'll get some views. But if you're a complete fucking shill, who I would love to see in person, for obvious reasons, based on my extensive expertise. Sometimes a parent just has to whoop a child's ass, okay? Metaphorically speaking. Not really. So, see, if you're a shill, you get this many views. If you warn about impending threats to national security, you get this many views. Now, like the rationalizations of the vote, this doesn't make a lick of fucking sense. Okay? It's not because he has a following. It's not because he's paid to promote. It's not because people are more interested in this than this. It's because this is a lie. This is a lie. If you're another news organization that's legitimate on this whatever the fuck this is, network, they're stealing from you. They're defrauding you of millions of dollars right now. The people that have the most views with the most pertinent information are getting their views sliced. And the whole motivation behind it is pretty obvious. See, yesterday, we confirmed that the voting machines in Florida were hacked. It's all over the legitimate news sources. But guess what? I don't even know if I'm going to be able to upload this video because I just mentioned it. This is an anti-Hillary saying that, Democrats steal the election when we all know Republicans are the only fucking people who ever steal elections, period. Free Talk Live Radio. Seems like an interesting bunch. I bet you they got more than 129 views, okay? Russians are hacking U.S. voting machines. I would think that would concern more than 268 people over a course of 2 months. Especially considering that most of these channels have hundreds of thousands of subscribers, okay? Like this. 6,000 views, CBS This Morning. Hundreds and hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Growing fear over a cyber attack on our elections. Probably the most important thing about our democracy is under threat, and in 3 months, 6,000 views. See, it's not just that they're altering the views, too. They're suppressing whether or not these videos even pop up on your screen. And have you noticed something about this? I just searched for Florida hacked voting the day after we confirmed that Florida's voting machines were hacked. Okay? And you notice a lot of these are instructional videos on how to hack a fucking election machine. And they got lots of views. YouTube has no problem making sure those get lots of views. Okay? They accuse what they are guilty of. That is what the sons of Cain have always done. When are you going to start listening? When are you going to stand up and fight for your own preservation? When are you going to realize that all I want to do here is save you? Am I asking for donations? Oh, you think because maybe I got skippable ads on all my videos? Skippable ads on all my videos? Oh, forgive me for wanting to eat more than once every 3 fucking days. I put a whole lot of effort into the research and everything else I do for this channel. YouTube's ripping me off too. They've stolen over 120,000 votes from my total view count. That's just that I've been tracking. Because I screenshot it every day. Several times a day. Every single count. And it changes. Period. And you're not going to tell me